Wow. Trump did it again. That's all I got to say. Hey, girl, I was sitting up here. I was getting ready to do something else, and Trump going after Colombia now. Colombia wouldn't accept they migrants back, and they refused two plane loads. So I'm trying to find an article. How you doing, baby? Wait a minute. Where it go? Ooh, shoot, he done said that the newly hired 90,000. I'm sorry, I'm tripping because this stuff is just coming up on my feed. He said the nearly 90,000 newly hired IRS agents, he going to send them to the border after issuing indefinite hiring freeze. Trump ain't playing with the people. Oh, where your daughter at? With her uncles? Wow. Wow. Trump said he's sending them to the border. I am done. They about to quit. That's okay. I'm just gonna have to do it this way. I'm gonna have to do it this way because I changed my whole. Okay, let me do it this way. Trump is issuing 25% tariffs against Colombia after country turned back two deportation flights. Trump ain't playing. He tore up the Illuminati the other day. He tore up Biden and Harris to their face the other day. He ain't playing with the people. President Donald Trump on Sunday announced retaliatory tariffs on Colombia after its president said he blocked U.S. military deportation flights, the first instance of Trump using economic pressure to force other nations to fall in line with his mass deportation plans since he took office. Now remember, Venezuela said they ain't taking back their people. Well, 2 days ago, Maduro said he will welcome his citizens back with open arms. Wow. Earlier in the day, Colombia and two U.S. military flights carrying migrants heading toward the country and called on the United States to establish better protocols in its treatment of migrants. Wow. Petro also left the door open to receiving repatriated migrants traveling on civilian planes. Following Petro's announcement, Trump criticized him on social media, which he did on Truth Social, while announcing a slat of new sanctions and policies targeting Colombia, including a 25% tariff on all imports from the country, a travel ban. Trump ain't playing with the people. Trump is not playing. A travel ban for Colombian citizens and revocation of visas for Colombian officials in the U.S., along with all allies and supporters. I'm done. This just happened 5 minutes ago because this is not what I was talking about. Wow. 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 He said revocation of visas for Colombian officials in the U.S., along with all allies and supporters. Trump also ordered stricter inspections of cargo shipments arriving from Colombia, along with banking and finance sanctions and visa sanctions on all party members, family members, and supporters. Yard, stop. Wow, gone Trump. Do your thing, cause wow. These measures just not allow the Colombian government to violate its legal obligations with regard to the acceptance and return of the criminals they forced into the United States, Trump wrote on Truth Social. Wow. Wow. The Trump administration was caught by surprise at the military flights being rejected as they were bound for Colombia. An administration official told CNN. Colombian authorities approved the two flights before they took off, according to documents reviewed by CNN. But those planes were suddenly scrapped, frustrating Trump officials. Discussions between U.S. and Colombian officials remain ongoing. CNN has reached out to the Colombian government for comment. Trump's reaction to Colombia's rejection of the repatriated citizens marks the first major clash another country over immigrant issues. I'm on stream, y'all. I'm gonna have to reboot after this. Later Sunday, on U.S. citizens living in Colombia illegally to regularize specifics. American citizens who wish to do so can be in Colombia. I believe in human freedom, he wrote on X. You will never see me burning a U.S. flag or carrying out a raid to return handcuffed illegal immigrants to the U.S. Oh, this is a showdown. Petro also offered his presidential plane to help repatriate deportees from the U.S. who were set to arrive in the country Sunday morning. The U.S. began using military aircraft to return recent border crossers back to their countries of origin last week. On Thursday, the U.S. returned migrants to Guatemala using military planes. The U.S. is also asking Mexico with help repatriating its nationals by land, ports of entry along the U.S.-Mexico border, though Mexico also appeared to turn around a military flight heading for the country last week. Colombia is not a major trading partner with the United States, shipping roughly $14 billion worth of goods in 2023. $14 billion is a lot of money. That ain't major. The most recent full-year data, according to Comtrade, an authority on trade data, oh, that's where we get our drugs from. Boom, bam. Most of Colombia's exports to the United States were minerals, oil, metals, and coffee. Oh, yeah, our coffee. We ain't going to be able to get our coffee. I am a coffee drinker. I love coffee. I drink coffee every morning. Trump, I ain't going to be able to drink my coffee. I better go to the store and load up because coffee going to go up high. Because if he put 25% tariff on the coffee, Lord have mercy. I love coffee. So if he put 25, they going to have to raise their coffee about to go up. Shit, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to stock up on coffee this week. Coffee prices have shot higher over the past year. Didn't I just say that? And this move by Trump administration could eventually make prices even more expensive. Didn't I just say that? For American consumers. That's because importers pay the tariffs and all pass the increased prices on to consumers, which, yeah, of course they do. Although tariffs can be effective negotiating tool, they are generally disliked by economists who believe they are inflationary and can ignite trade wars, which send prices even higher. That is not a universally held view, though. Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, honey, Jamie Dimon tried to call and congratulate Trump. Trump wouldn't even pick up the phone. He tore Jamie Dimon up and the CEO of Bank of America up at that Illuminati meeting at the World Economic Forum. So did. Told him you treat uh, um, American patriots, conservatives very badly, and you should be ashamed of yourself. I was just done. Okay. So anyway, Jamie Dimon told NBC that if tariffs help with national security and cause a little bit of inflation, then people should get over it. Well, no, because we already can't afford to live. That's why people live in here. Because I can go to Vietnam and get me a suite at a hotel or rent an apartment for $200 a month, and it's absolutely beautiful. Okay? You can go to Egypt and rent you a beautiful apartment for $87 a month. I'm just saying. I'm thinking about getting out here because it's too expensive to live here. But that's another topic for another day. Mm. But Trump has promised across the board tariffs on other countries as soon as this week if their goods aren't manufactured in the United States, which is going to create more jobs. And if they do make their products in the United States, he giving them a 15% cut on everything. But if they don't, he issuing tariffs like a 10%. Those tariffs could dramatically boost prices for Americans. Oh, Colombia, you done messed up now. He done put a travel ban, so now Colombia gonna kick out the American citizens. And wow. Oh, Colombia government. He said, why wouldn't you accept your own people back though? Until the United States treats the migrants with dignity, you committed a crime when you crossed the border illegally. That was under Biden Harris. This is a whole new administration. You got to get the hell up out of here. And that's firmly how I feel. Go home. You taking the jobs from the people, you working for a little bit of money, and half of y'all can't even survive here anyway. A lot of y'all migrants is homeless in New York, freezing. Y'all ain't gonna make it here. It's too high. And doing DoorDash all day. Now they do work at Amazon Flex. I see them every day when I go to Amazon because that's my part-time job. Listen, they there. Now you can make some decent money at Amazon, but doing DoorDash and Grubhub, you wow. Ooh wee. This happened an hour ago. Y'all, what y'all think gonna happen? Like, share, subscribe. What y'all think gonna happen? Well, Colombia can't beat us, and you ain't got to worry about. Ain't no war, nothing gonna come out of that. But they can expel the United States citizens that's living over there. I keep out. Oh, this a mess. Who gonna win, y'all? It's gonna be the U.S. or Colombia. Y'all better accept them flights back. And how is he not treating them with dignity? He ain't whooping their ass. I mean, excuse my language. You know, and sending them back on the way. These are criminals. These are the first group of criminals that he is doing. They have committed the R word. They have committed robbery. They selling drugs. They have yeah, R word. A lot of women, our children. This what he's important. Um, even murder. The hell, take your people back. Because at the end of the day, the United States gonna win on this one. Well, Trump, I tell you what, they crossed over the Darien Gap. Just drop them back off in the jungle and just let them walk back home. Because they walked through 5,000 countries to get here. Well, actually, probably about seven. But I always say they walk through 5,000 countries because when you're seeking asylum, you're supposed to go to the first stop at the first country of origin and you seek asylum in that country, not walk through 10,000 countries or the seven to get to Mexico and then cross the border. You're supposed to, and most of y'all is not you your economic mind, which is denied the court. In order to seek asylum, you need to come from Haiti because it's a civil war. Darfur has been a civil war for years. We don't accept, no country accepts economic uh migrants. And that's why when y'all went to court, when they went through the list of the people who were sent back, the judge issued, they didn't show up to appointments. That's an automatic deportation. When they showed up, their asylum claims was denied and they were supposed to leave and didn't. Oh, this a mess, y'all. This is a mess. This just happened an hour ago. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. All I can say, go on. Oh, let me see if I can find us a video. Go on, Trump. Get the people together. Let me see. Let me see. Dang. Everybody else falling in line. Even Europe done fell in line. In Britain, they talk about make Britain great again. And they started deporting. Germany deporting their illegals. Italy deporting their illegals. They is so glad that they had somebody to speak up that they starting to get rid of their illegals, which mean Africans. And that's another thing. Y'all, I'm gonna have to reboot. Fix your own problems. You have your own country. Fight for you have your own land. But you go back to the oppressor who oppressed you in your own country, France. They don't like you. You go to Canada, they don't like you. Y'all been dying up there in the cold, sleeping in tents in the winter. Canada get real cold. Africa, Africans, you go back to your oppressor when you need to fix what's wrong in your own. You got your own land. That is so crazy to me. This is why it's self-hatred. It's self-hate. We hate ourselves so bad. Man, people did another one on that Willie Lynch letter. I should probably read the Willie Lynch letter on here on the psychological damage that has been done to black folk, even in Africa. Y'all, on boats going right back to the oppressor for help. That is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Dang, this shit everywhere. Let me see. They ain't talking. Yeah, let me see.
The U.S. president has been in action again, if we can say as much. He says that he'll be imposing a raft of emergency sanctions now on Colombia after the country refused to accept 2 flights carrying migrants which had departed from California earlier on Sunday. Washington is set now to slap tariffs of 25% on all Colombian goods coming into the United States, and that could rise to 50% in 1 week. Let's get for Washington correspondent Fraser Jackson. Fraser, thanks so much for joining us. A heavy-handed response from Donald Trump, and almost immediately.
Yeah, of course. We're used to seeing these things from Donald Trump. He has threatened such kind of actions in the past, and it follows the movement by Colombia to reject 2 government flights to allow to land that were carrying Colombian nationals that Donald Trump says were illegal criminals.
And they not Colombian nationals. They are criminals. They for murder, the R word, the SA word, assault. Right, they are criminals. They are not nationals. The first group of people that he getting out, it right, right, right. That's exactly what he said. These are criminals. You don't even want them back, and we supposed to be stuck with they begging ass.
In the United States. Well, Donald Trump's retribution has been swift. It's been quite wide-ranging. Speaking on his social media platform, Truth Social, he said Petro, i.e. the leader of Colombia's denial of these flights has jeopardized the national security and public safety of the United States. A host of measures that he's then putting in place, including an emergency 25% tariff on all goods coming to the US from Colombia. And he says that the 25% tariffs will be raised to 50% in 1 week. He's also issuing a travel ban and immediate visa revocation on the Colombian government officials and all allies and supporters, as well as visa sanctions on all party members, family members, supporters of the Colombian government. And this one will have more of an impact on the everyday person. Enhanced customs and border protection inspections of all Colombian nationals and cargo on national security grounds. He's then floating more sanctions through the Treasury and financial sanctions as well. Now, interestingly, Donald Trump says these measures are just, he says that there is still more to come. We will not allow the Colombian government to violate legal obligations with regards to the acceptance and return of the criminals they force into the United States. Now, of course, I think the Colombians will say that they didn't force anybody to go to the United States and that people went of their own volition. But Donald Trump clearly here trying to send a message, because this came on the back of another flight that was denied landing just a few days ago by Mexico. Donald Trump clearly trying not to allow South American countries to realize that they have any say in this, and trying to force his hand upon them, as it were.
Well, Trump being criticized heavily by the Colombian president, Gustavo Petro. Petro saying that the Trump administration is treating migrants like criminals, and he was citing video evidence.
They are criminals. They are. They are criminals. That's who he's sending, but they are criminals. They are murdering us. They raping us. They committing theft, burglary, every damn thing. You don't even want them back. Now that's the shit you don't. But we supposed to keep them. This is crazy. Get on, Trump.
Of migrants reportedly being deported to Brazil and then walking on a tarmac, pictured in handcuffs.
Oh, so they going to Brazil and they got to walk back. Wait. Well, they walked 8,000 miles to get here through 10,000 countries. So they used to walking. Lord have mercy. You still in here? We got this one thing. This one academics caught grooming a 15-year-old boy. Ooh. Got academics off the fly. I know this. Come on, like, share, subscribe. I gotta reboot when I start acting like this. Trump, do your thing. All right. Mm, mm, mm. It don't